So quiet.
We'll take care of that.
The anticipation.
Murphy's.
Now in those misty times, when the tree of history was an acorn on the golden bough of lore, the high kings of Tara embodied every virtue, and the greatest virtue was hospitality. The lack of hospitality proved the downfall of King Bress the Beautiful. Bress ascended to the throne when his predecessor Nuada lost an arm in battle because a king had to be perfect in body as well as mind. But Bress was a terrible, stingy host. His noble guests complained that their knives were never greased and their breath never reeked a veil. So great was the discontent that when Nuada acquired a magical silver arm replacement, some of them rebelled and sided with their former king. But Bress was having none of it, and called upon his kinsman, Balor of the Evil Eye, ruler of an ogreish race called Fomorians, to help him keep the throne. Balor was a giant with one monstrous eye that spewed flame wherever its gaze fell. On the eve of their great battle, a fiery-haired stranger strode into Nuada's camp, offering his services. Asked about his skill, he said he was a shipwright. Nuada replied that that position was filled. The young man said he was also a smithy. Nuada said that position too was occupied. The young stranger then rattled off a most impressive resume. He was a stonemason, a poet, a sorcerer, as well as a fearsome warrior. As he named his various masteries, Nuada named artisans already in his service. Ah, said the young man at last, but are there any among them accomplished in all those skills? With that, Nuada welcomed a new fighter to his fold. The young champion would go on to slay Balor and Bress in the ensuing battle for fulfilling a druid prophecy, and would later ascend the throne at Tara. As king, Lu of the Long Hand was renowned for his generosity, especially at harvest time. So great was his renown that to this day the harvest feast bears his name, Lunasa. And to this day the Isle of Ayr is known as the land of Caed Millefalcha, the land of 100,000 welcomes. You're welcome here, kind stranger. Won't you stay a while? I know that you're a rover and you ramble a lonely mile, but friendship and good company, it can ease a weary mind. You're welcome here, kind stranger, for to lay your bundle down. 2, 3, come lay your bundle down. Come lay your bundle down. You're welcome here, kind stranger, for to lay your bundle down. Now here's a song you can take along for the morning sun to shine. A story
trundle down. You're welcome here, kind stranger, for to lay your bundle down. Thank you, and welcome here.
We got you some lovely Irish weather for the day.
Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row, off of Mary's wedding. Over hillways, up and down, turn green and bright and brown, past the shillings through the town, off the St. Mary. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row, off of Mary's wedding.
Red her cheeks as Rowan's are, brighter eyes as any star. Fairest of them all by far is our darling Mary.
Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row, off of Mary's wedding. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row, off for Mary's wedding. Plenty herring, plenty meal, plenty meat to fill the cream, plenty bonny bears as well, that's the toast of Mary. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row, off for Mary's wedding. Step we gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row, off for Mary's wedding.
So these next ones are instrumentals. Let's see, I wrote these. Do you think I know what they were? It's a jig and a polka.
Kith and
It's called Kith and Can, although Kathy renamed it after Michael Patio Furniture.
So it's a patio jig and a
Furniture polka.
love story. That's sort of, you know, synonymous with Irish ballads. They're all love stories.
But this is one where the guy feels bad.
Well, the guy feels bad. The guy who plays hard to get is the winner.
So yeah, it's also, right, it's giving advice on how to
Yes,
get
yes.
attractive.
The romantic loser gives advice in this case. I lean over, sure that the darling's name is. Through my barony, her features they were famous. If we loved her, who was there to blame us? For wasn't she the pride of Petrivore? But her beauty made us all so shy. Not a man among us could look her in the eye. Boys, oh boys, sure that's the reason why we're in mourning for the pride of Petrivore. I lean on the heart is growing gray, ever since the day I wandered far away. I lean on, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none of them like the pride of Petrivore. Friday at the fair in Ballintobber, I met McGraw the cattle jobber. I'd like to set me mark upon the robber, for he stole away the pride of Petrivore. He never seemed to see the girl at all, even when she ogled him from underneath her shawl. He was looking big and masterful, while she was looking small, most provoking for the pride of Petrivore. I lean on, me heart is growing gray, ever since the day I wandered far away. I lean on, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none of them like the pride of Petrivore. It went as 'twas in the beginning. Eileen was bent upon the winning. Big McGraw contentedly was grinning, with his arm around the pride of Petrivore. Says he, I know a girl who could knock you into fits, and that poor Eileen nearly lost her wits. The upshot of the ruction is that now the robber sits, with his arm around the pride of Petrivore. Eileen, oh, my heart is growing gray, ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen, oh, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none of them like the pride of Petrivore. With fate 'tis hard to grapple. Of my eye, 'tis Eileen, 'twas the apple. And now to see her walk into the chapel with the hardest featured man in Petrivore. And boys, this is all I have to say. Oh, when you do your courting, sure make no display. If you want them to run after you, just walk the other way. For they're mostly like the pride of Petrivore.
This next song is a fiddle tune. Actually, it's an Irish fiddle tune, kind of worked its way up to Canada, where it was known up there. The words were added later by Mike Cross, who also wrote, I don't know if you know the Scotsman Kith, he wrote that too. So, gives you an idea how serious these words are. It is a sing-along. Don't get nervous, they'll direct you. The words are, Lord preserve us, and, no, it is not.
Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. So that's correct.
So we expect everybody to sing along.
One day when the sun would shine, I was walking down the road not feeling too fine. I saw two old men with a bottle between them. This is the song that I heard them singing.
Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
The bottle said, take a little sip, and it felt so good that I just couldn't quit. You know we were singing this song. Oh yeah, singing this song.
Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
I'm not sure I can hear you. Let's try that again.
Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
There we go.
Everybody in the town, they heard our ruckus, they all came down. Pretty soon all of the streets were ringing with the sound of the whole town laughing and singing.
Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Oh, Lord, preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast.
It's called Dublin, Jack of all trades. And it's, this poor guy shows up in Dublin without a job and ends up doing every imaginable job.
Send it on.
Going down every imaginable street. What do you call him, Linda, the first
gig worker.
Oh, the first gig worker, yeah. First gig worker, side hustles here and there, and yeah.
Oh, I am a roving sporting blade. They call me Jack of all trades. I always found my chief delight in courting pretty fair maids. So when in Dublin I arrived to try for a situation, I always heard them say it was the pride of all the nations. I'm a roving Jack of many a trade, of every trade of all trades. And if you wish to know my name, they call me Jack of all trades. On George's Quay I first began, and there became a porter. Me and my master soon fell out, which cut our acquaintance shorter. In Sackville Street a pastry cook, in James Street a baker, in Cook Street I did coffins ring, in Eustace Street a preacher. I'm a roving Jack of many a trade, of every trade of all trades. And if you wish to know my name, they call me Jack of all trades. In Baggins Street I drove a cab, and there was well reclined. In Francis Street had luncheon beds to entertain all strangers. For Dublin is of high renown. Oh, I am much mistaken. In Kevin Street I do declare so butter, eggs, and bacon. I'm a roving Jack of many a trade, of every trade of all trades. And if you wish to know my name, they call me Jack of all trades.
In Golden Lane I sold old shoes, and Meath Street was a grinder. In Merrick Street I'd lost my wife, glad I ne'er could find her.
In Mary's Lane I got a clothes, of which I've often boasted. And Golden Lane Exchequer Street sold mutton ready roasted. I'm a roving Jack of many a trade, of every trade of all trades.
to do this? I don't.
In the early days.
Yeah, the early days, they lasted about 3 months.
Well, this next song is called Caledonia, and it was written by Dougie MacLean. And Caledonia is an old name for Ireland. So the story... Scotland.
Hibernia, it's an old name.
Hibernia.
You're confusing.
Scotland, sorry.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the story he tells is that he was out on tour playing music, and he and his buddies just got really homesick, and they sat around talking about their home and singing the songs, and then he wrote this song. He said he just came to him. It just took him one night to write it. So I think about, I didn't come from Caledonia, but I think about where I came from.
Where'd you come from?
Chicago. Very, very similar to Scotland.
So she sings Chicagdonian. When she sings it.
But I think about, where I came from.
Sure.
I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me in the past few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. So I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. But if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Well, I've moved and kept on moving, prove the points that I needed proving. I've lost the friends I needed losing, found others on the way. Well, I've tried and kept on trying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I've traveled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere with the wind. But let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, the flames that couldn't get any higher. They're withered now, they're gone. But I'm steady thinking, my way's clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow. After hands are shaking, kisses fly, and I will disappear. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. But if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all
The wave of Irish immigrants that landed on these shores in the middle of the 19th century were not welcome. Lots of help wanted signs had the addendum, "No Irish need apply." So consequently, a lot of Irishmen wound up in the U.S. Army, the job that's always hiring, you know, just in time for the U.S.-Mexican War. Well, the Irish really had a lot more in common with the Mexicans. They had a common religion, and the Mexicans didn't treat them like shit, frankly. So about 200 Irish deserted the U.S. Army and joined the Mexican Army, and they became the St. Patrick's Brigade, the San Patricios. And when the Mexican Army was defeated, the survivors, about 65 or so, 50 of them were just hanged right off the bat. About 15 were let off with a flogging within an inch of their life and getting a D branded on their face, on their cheek. And one poor soul, the first time they branded him, they branded the D backwards. So being good Christians, they had him turn the other cheek and they branded him again. And that guy's name was John Riley, and this is his story. John Riley came from Galway town in the years of the Irish hunger, and he sailed away to America when the country was much younger. Well, the place was strange, work was scarce, all he knew was farming. So he followed his other Irish friends to a job in the U.S. Army. Adventure calls, some men run, this is their sad story. Some get drunk on demon rum, some get drunk on glory. Well, they marched down the Texas way to the banks of the Rio Grande, and they built a fort on the bluffs above to taunt old Santa Anna. They were treated bad and paid worse, and then the fighting started. Well, the more they fought, the less they thought of the damned old U.S. Army. Adventure calls, some men run, this is their sad story. Some get drunk on demon rum, some get drunk on glory. Well, the church bells rang on a Sunday morn and set his soul to shiver. He saw senoritas washing their hair on the far side of the river. Then John Riley and 200 more Irish mercenaries, they cast their lot, right or not, south of the Rio Grande. Adventure calls, some men run, this is their sad story. Some get drunk on demon rum, some get drunk on glory. Fought bravely under the flag of the San Patricio, till the Yankee soldiers beat them down at the Battle of Churubusco. Then 15 men were whipped like mules, on their cheeks a hot iron branded, made to dig the graves of 50 more who hanging fate had handed. Adventure calls, some men run, this is their sad story. Some get drunk on demon rum. Some get drunk on glory. John Riley stands and drinks alone at a bar in Veracruz. He wonders if it matters much if you win or if you lose. Well, I'm a man who can't go home, I'm a vagabond, says he. I'm a victim of some wanderlust and divided loyalty. Adventure calls somewhere round, this is their sad story. Some get drunk on demon rum, some get drunk on glory. Adventure calls somewhere round, this is their sad story. Some get drunk on demon rum, some get drunk on glory.
This next song is called The Diamond Ring, and it's one of the more typical Irish tunes where girl meets boy, boy meets girl, boy dumps girl. This one, the poor girl, she just fell for him, hook, line, and sinker. He had the diamond ring, he had the noble name, he had the
But she didn't care about any of that.
She didn't
just
care.
loved him.
She just loved him for him. And then he left her.
For being a snooty aristocrat. She loved him for being a snooty aristocrat.
You came, I know not where you came. We met was in the dance. There was honey in each word of yours, glamour in each glance. Though many were around me there, I nothing saw but him, before whose brow of starry gem fresh falling snow seemed bare. Was not for the diamond ring upon your lily white hand. It was not for your noble name. It was not for your land. You're gone, it was a weary night. We parted at the burn. You swore by all the stars above that you would soon return. You would soon return, my love, and I your bride would be. But backward will the burning run ere you return to me. Was not for the diamond ring upon your lily white hand. It was not for your noble name. It was not for your land. They tell me that some smiling dame with lineage like to thine would take thee by the fickle hand, thy falsehood placed in mine. The music and a rose red wine with reaper shall appear. For bridal sigh of song I'll bring and bridal pledge of tear. Was not for the diamond ring upon your lily white hand. It was not for your noble name. It was not for your land. Oh, would that you had passed me by in coldness or in pride, nor wrought the cruel wrong in her in who the truth relied. The hunters to the greenwood gone, his spear lies at its rest, but he'll not wound the trusting dove, sheltering in his breast.
Annie, what are you going to say about this? What do you got to say for yourself, Ann?
Not much.
Not much. Okay.
Not much, but I do have a joke. Okay, so why? Let's see if I can get it right this time. Why do you never iron? Is that right? A
Yeah.
four-leaf
Yeah.
clover. Because you never want to press your luck.
You're not listening. Okay, well, I'm told it's time for introductions. So let's go around the room one at a time. Everybody stand up, introduce yourself. Oh no, introduce the band. Oh, well, everybody here knows who these usual
Mike,
suspects.
is there anybody who's never seen us play before?
These, oh God.
You better introduce us.
Where the hell have you people been?
We've been playing here for 30
Well,
years.
let's by all means, let's introduce these culprits here. We have on my left, your right, the far side of the stage, a multi-talented instrumentalist, Ann Gillerin. I got so carried away, I nearly forgot your name.
At my age, I do too.
Next to Ann, we have another multi-talented musician, vocalist, Linda Howard. Next to Linda, we have the pride of St. Helena, the tremendously talented Kathy O'Broke-Markle. right next to me, my bodyguard, my gunslinger, the fastest guitar in the West, Ron Brunswick. And I'm your humble servant, Patio Furniture. I'm here for a good time. How about you?
Michael's quite a writer. He's got a book actually downstairs that he's published recently, yes?
Yes, actually, 30 years after getting an MFA in poetry, I finally produced a collection. I figure at this rate, I'm probably not going to make a second collection.
So you better grab it while it's hot.
This is called The Water is Wide, and it's a Scottish tune known as Wally Wally, very old tune. It was sort of revived by Pete Seeger, and has since been covered by James Taylor, Eva Cassidy, and Barbra Streisand.
Oh, the water is wide, I can't cross o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love, at night. Love is gentle and love is kind, the sweetest flower when first it's viewed. But love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like morning dew. There is a ship, and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not how I sink or swim. Oh, the water is wide, I can cross o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and my love and I.
Is your Orlando Bloom song?
Yes.
Ever since you told that story, that's all I can think of when you better tell the story.
Yeah, well, so when I first heard this song, it was right after Lord of the Rings came out. How long ago that was?
And what is the title of this song?
And this title of this song is Elfin Night.
Elfin, not elephant.
K-N-I-G-H-T. Knigget. Elfin Knigget. Anyway, so I saw that movie and Orlando Bloom played the Elfin Knight, and He was really handsome.
So you kind of picture him standing up on this hill with
blonde
wind blowing his hair back. That's the image anyways.
The elfin knight, he stands on yon hill, blows his horn both loud and shrill. He stands so proud and he stands so still. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. If I had a knight that stands on yon mound, my true love, then surely I have found. Down to the church, then soon we will be bound. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. Make me a garland with threads of fine thread. Make me a garland of flowers for my head. Down to the church, then away we'll go to bed. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. The elfin knight, he stands on yon hill, blowing his horn both loud and shrill. He stands so proud and he stands so still. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny. Blow winds blow, my bonny o. Blow winds blow, my bonny.
So there's something on TV later today. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, the Olympics. No. The Oscars. Pretty sure all recording that, right? So Anne has done a little
Okay, so
homework.
these are the songs that are nominated, so, but we won't have the vocal, we'll just have the melody. So let's see if you can guess. Here's the first one. Let's see.
Are we supposed to guess?
Yeah.
Titanic.
Okay, I'll tell you, the name of the song is This Is the Life.
Yeah.
Oh, is that from Everything Everywhere?
Yes, it is, but the band cannot answer, Kathy.
We have to say that was
Which one was it?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
There you go.
the.
This might be hard, because some of these are not really like, okay.
Can't really whistle with some of these.
No, these are more like singing. This won't work.
Let's just do it.
Oh, you're not gonna get it.
Banshees of Inisherin.
It's applause from Tell It Like a Woman. This is like, does anyone watch any of these movies?
Gone with the Wind. No.
Okay.
One more.
Okay,
One more.
let's see if I
Pick
can
the
do
best
this
one. She wrote these out after.
I know, I mean, see, okay. It's from India. It's from India.
Is it what's the movie?
What's it called?
It's Natu Natu from RRR.
All right, give Ann a big hand.
There's nothing like Gone with the Wind or Love Story.
Making all that.
Hell of a job, Ann. Hell of a job.
We're gonna
Thanks
do
so
one
much.
more
Moving right along.
before intermission.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break because I'm getting awful dry up here, and I understand there's some Guinness somewhere in the building. So we're gonna end with a traditional Irish song that has been covered by everybody and their brother, including some very hard rockers. Metallica did this song. Thin Lizzy won a Grammy for this song. But it's a clapping song to boot. So, and it goes 4, 2, 1. You'll pick it up pretty quickly watching the cues. As I was crossing over the far famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced a pistol, I then produced a rapier, saying stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. Push a ring, dum dum dum. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. That's it. I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me. But the devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Push a ring, dum dum dum. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. I went into a chamber, all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure it was no wonder. But Jenny took the charges, and she filled them all with water. Then sent for Captain Farrell to get ready for the slaughter. Push a ring, dum dum dum. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Put me into jail without a judge or writing for robbing Captain Farrell up on Kilgarra Mountain. But they didn't take the fist, so I knocked that sentry down, and I bid a farewell to that jail in Sligo town. Push a ring, dum dum dum. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Now some take delight in carriages a-rolling. Some take delight in fishing or road bowling.
What about you, Michael?
But I take delight in the juice of the barley.
It's true.
Courting pretty girls in the morning, oh so early. Musha ring and dum da. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Musha ring dum dum da. Whack for
Is everybody here? If you're not here, raise your hand.
All right, time to get serious.
Oh, the night that Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. Some of the boys got loaded drunk, and they ain't been sober yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, every man was feeling gay. Hey, O'Leary came with a bag, and some music for to play.
That's how they show their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they show their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and shame and a weakness of one another. But every drink in the place was full when I Patty Murphy died. Well, Mrs. Murphy sat in the corner pouring out her drink. Kelly and his gang came tearing down the street. They went into an empty room and a bottle of whiskey stole. They put that bottle with the corpse to keep that whiskey cold. That's how they show their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they show their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame and they didn't one another. But every drink in the place was full like that Murphy died.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, after emptying the jug, Doe rolled back the icebox lid to see poor Patty's mug. We stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. And at 3:15, we argued it was 9.
That's how they show their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they show their honor and their pride.
They said it was a sin and a shame and we kept on.
But every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died.
They'd emptied out the jug, but still they had a thirst. The next thing they had done, oh, you'll think it was the worst. And Mrs. Murphy fainted when the news fell on her ears. They scraped the ice right off the corpse and put it in their beers.
That's how they show their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they show their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame and a weakness of another. But every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died.
They stopped the horse on George Street outside some dance saloon. They all went in at 8:30 and staggered out at noon. Went up to the graveyard, so holy and sublime. Found out when they got there, they'd left the corpse behind.
That's how they show their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they show their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame and a wicked one another. But every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Well, the night that Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. Some of the boys got loaded, got their ain't over yet. And once the bottle was passed around, everything was feeling gay. O'Leary came with a band, played some music for to play. That's how they show their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they show their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame and we didn't one another. But every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Yes, every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died.
Well,
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 we got, so people of a certain age, like our age, we grew up with
over 30.
these songs. Over
Way,
40.
way.
Yeah, people like that.
We grew up with these songs around St. Patrick's Day. These are the ones people know. And it's kind of ironic because most of them were written by Russian Jews for Tin Pan Alley, right? But please, if you know them, sing along. Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, 'twas there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled her wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Paddy wrote a letter to his Irish Molly, oh, saying, should you not receive this right and let me know. If I make mistakes in spelling, Molly dear, said he, remember it's the pen that's bad, don't lay the blame on me.
It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the wild of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. One leaf is sunshine, the other is rain, the third is the roses that bloom in the lane. Tell me which way the one remaining is somebody I adore. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked, that I overlooked, that I overlooked before.
Thank you for singing along. Another 10 years, nobody will know those songs. Sad but true, sad but true. It's up to us to keep them going. This next tune is called Carrick a Reed. Carrick a Reed is a big rock, actually a small island off the coast of Ireland's northern shore, and it's reached by a very precarious rope bridge that's been there in some form of another, one form or another, for over 200 years. And people still go there these days to have picnics and go hiking and have romantic rendezvous. And this is by Kathy Ryan, and it's the rare, happy Irish love song. I'll walk the miles from Ballantoy, no
All right. Anybody lose a harmonium? Yeah.
That's the song they're doing.
We found a harmonium. Anybody lose one?
I don't know how they got that name, it's called Found.
That's how they got the name. The guy actually was walking around in some street and found in a trash bin a harmonium, you know, one of those little
Yeah,
white
yeah.
things. And so then he wrote this song, it became popular, and he sort of was cursing it because they had to carry the harmonium everywhere they went. It was called the Penguin Cafe Orchestra, written by Scott Jeffries, who's since passed away, but his tune is long remembered. I don't know if you saw Napoleon Dynamite movie.
Yeah.
This was used in that. And also in The Founder, about McDonald's. So.
I believe you.
2, 1, 2, 3, go.
So if you ever make it to Inisheer, one of the 3 Aran Islands off the west coast of Ireland, on the far side of the island you'll see the wreck of the Plassey. The Plassey was a cargo ship that hit a submerged rock off the island in 1960 during a gale storm. And their lifeboat, they dropped the lifeboat to get off the ship, but it was just, the storm just blew it away. So there were 11 guys on board stuck there and afraid they were going down with the ship. But on the island, they had a group of volunteers and they decided to try and save them using a breeches buoy. A breeches buoy is basically a life preserver with rubber trousers attached to it. And you hook it to like a zip line and they have rockets to shoot it out to the ship. Well, you know, this is 1960, so yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Plus, you know, they had 3 rockets on this island, and they had to get the launcher there. It took them about an hour because there was no paved roads on Inisheer in 1960. So anyway, that inspired me. That story inspired me. I read a story about it. Well, and I've been to Inisheer, so that inspired me to throw together this story with a few chords. And this is a Kith and Kith original. It's called Men of Erin. How's that? Across the sound from Doolin, in the mouth of Galway Bay, lie the rocky isles of Erin, along the wild Atlantic way. These lonely sisters of the sea, Inisheer, Inishmore, Inishman, make up a windswept trinity of rock, seaweed, and restless sand. One cold March morn, a cargo ship struck a rock off in a sheer. Death grasped her in his icy grip. 1960 was the year.
Come on, you men of Erin, the Lassie's counting on you. Her only hope for rescue is the Inisheer rocket crew.
3/4 mile offshore she lay, 11 men were aboard. Her lifeboat was then swept away, 11 prayers flew up to the Lord. The cry went up by the Rocketeers to launch a line from shore. A band of 15 volunteers, they had 3 rockets and no more. The gale was blue, 2 tries awry, one chance was all they got. They looked each other in the eye, which one would take the final shot?
Come on, you men of Erin, the Lassie's counting on you. Her only hope for rescue is the Inisheer rocket crew.
Then Edward flared, he stepped to the fore, used the shot that flew true. A breeches boy got each man ashore, thanks to the aim of the rocket crew. The cause was great to celebrate, the Lenten fast was deferred. The whiskey flowed at a furious rate, but that was not the final word. Another storm drove Lassie aground later in that same year. A rusting wreck can still be found beached on the shore of Inisheer. The local priest then told his flock to leave the cargo untouched, though none of them had a thieving thought until the father brought it up. When islanders who climbed aboard unlatched the cargo hatch, they discovered there a rich reward. Hundreds of bottles of black and white scotch.
Well done, you men of Erin, we raise our glasses to you. Thanks for the timely rescue of the Inisheer rocket crew. Come on, you men of Erin, the Lassie's counting on you. Her only hope for rescue is the Inisheer
Rocket crew.
You won't hear that song anyplace
You know, it
else.
just occurred to me. This song is actually has a happy ending as well.
What the hell is going on?
It doesn't start off that way. This boy and girl love each other, and the parents, it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. They want to separate them. They send him to sea, and they put her in a mental institute.
Whiskey for breakfast, Kate?
Now the wine.
And we were in London, and we happened on a street named Bedlam, and that's the street that this insane asylum was on. So when you hear people say it was Bedlam there, it was crazy. It's named after this asylum that was on Bedlam Street. So this poor girl is put away there, and you'll have to wait and see what happens. Abroad as I went walking one evening in the spring, I heard a girl in Bedlam so sweetly to sing. Her chain she rattled with her hands, and thus replied she, I love my love because I know my love loves me. What noble were his parents who sent my love to sea, and cruel was the ship that bore my love from me. Though I love his parents since there is, although they've ruined me, I love my love because I know my love loves me. Replied he, my love, my love, because I love loves thee.
but in between we have a sea shanty, and it's a call and response. So we sing, one of us sings the first line, and then you can repeat the line.
Wait, we're really
And
good
no
at
less.
this today. Sing,
Yeah.
clap, sing, clap.
And the chorus goes, we'll roll the old chariot along, the chariot being the ship, of course. And every line always ends with, and we'll all hang on behind. Got that?
Oh,
All right. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be alright if
Pass the guitar.
Really?
So here's another traditional song called Down the Moor. I get stumped, sort of.
Well, he gets left.
See, you should have ignored her. Then that would
Right, he should have played hard to get.
played hard to get, as we learned earlier. One, two, ready. As I walked out on the moor one day, it being fair and sunny weather, some miles from home they chanced to roam across the bonny purple heather down the moor and across the heather, down the moor and across the heather, some miles from home I chanced to roam across the bonny purple heather down the moor. As I roved along to the hunt and saw, my heart was light as any feather when I saw a lass coming o'er the grass, trimming the dew from off the heather down the moor and across the heather, down the moor and across the heather. Some miles from home I chanced to roam across the bonny purple heather down the moor. I said, my lass, now where you going? Hill or dale, oh tell me whither. I'm going to the banks of the bonny brown place, for the feeding of me lambs together down the moor and across the heather, down the moor and across the heather. Some miles from home I chanced to roam across the bonny purple heather down the moor. Well, she got and away she went. Her name or place I ne'er did gather, but if I were king I'd make her queen. That bonny wee lass among the heather down the moor and across the heather, down the moor and across the heather. Some miles from home I chanced to roam across the bonny purple heather down the moor.
Before you launch into this ridiculous story.
Ridiculous story.
Hey,
It's a
hey.
true story.
I don't call your stories ridiculous.
Ron doesn't tell stories.
Oh, that's why. I guess that's why. At the pig fair last September, speaking of ridiculous stories, 'twas a day I well remember. I was walking up and down in drunken pride when my knees began to flutter and I sank down in the gutter. And a pig came up and lay down by my side. As I lay there in the gutter, thinking thoughts I could not utter, I thought I heard a passing lady say,
You can tell the man who boozes by the company he chooses.
and with that, the pig got up and walked away. Now a Scotsman clad all in his kilt left a pub one evening fair. You could tell by the way he walked, he'd drunk more than his share. He stumbled around until he could no longer find his feet. Then he staggered off into the staggered off into the grass to sleep beside the street. Now about this time, two young and lovely girls were passing by. One says to the other with a twinkle in her eye, "See yon sleeping Scotsman, so strong and handsome built. I wonder if it's true that they wear nothing beneath their kilt." Ring ding diddly-lie-o, ring diddly-lie-o. I wonder if it's true that they wear nothing beneath their kilt. Well, they crept up on that Scotsman just as quiet as could be, and they lifted up his kilt about an inch so they could see. And there, behold, for them to view, beneath his Scottish skirt was nothing more than God had graced him with on his birth. Ring ding diddly-lie-o, ring diddly-lie-o, was nothing more than God has graced him with upon his birth. Well, they marveled for a moment, then they said, "We must be gone, but let's have a remembrance before we move along." As a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied up in a bow. Around that bonny star the Scotsman's kilt did look and show. Ring ding diddly-lie-o, ring diddly-lie-o. Around the bonny star the Scotsman's kilt did lift and show. Now the Scotsman wakes to nature's call and staggers toward the trees. Behind a bush he lifts his kilt and marvels what he sees. And in a startled voice he cries to what's before his eyes, "Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize." "Oh, lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first
True stories, they really
How do
are.
you follow that? How do you follow that? Well, we should just go home. Yeah, so this is Grandfather's Immigrant Eyes, and John Kelly used to sing this and brought tears to my eyes every time, and probably waited about 7 or 8 years before I decided I'd like to try to sing it, because it always made me think of my grandfather who came over from Norway, and he did go through Ellis Island, but I was thinking today it was probably about 1922 or so. My mother was 2, and she was born in 1920. So he wasn't in the huddled masses, you know, you see the middle of the 1800s, all the immigrants, you know, smashed in the corridors and whatnot, but he did still go through it, and I think about him and starting his life here, and so this is Grandfather's Immigrant Eyes. Old Ellis Island was swarming like a scene in a costume ball, decked out in the colors of Europe and on fire with the hope of it all. There my father's own father stood huddled with the tired and the hungry and scared, turn of the century pilgrims bound by the dream that they shared. They were standing in line just like cattle, groped and sorted and shot. Some are one desk away from sweet freedom, others torn from someone they loved. Through that sprawling tower of Babel came a young man confused and alone, determined he's starting with nothing and working hard all of his life. So don't take it for granted, say grandfather's immigrant eyes. Now he rocks as he stares out the window, but his eyes are still just as clear as the day that he sailed through the harbor to come ashore on the island of tears. Now my grandfather's days, they are numbered, but I won't let his memory die, for he gave me the gift of this country and the look in his immigrant eyes. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's immigrant eyes, I see that day reflected and I can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing and working hard all of his life. So don't take it for granted, say grandfather's immigrant eyes. Don't take it for granted, say grandfather's immigrant eyes.
Time for polkas.
Yeah, painters.
I mean, there's little room to dance, right?
Painters polkas,
Yeah,
McNally's polka, and Ryan.
Dancing.
We're not all about this.
Did I forget that song?
Yeah.
You forget.
without coffee.
Yeah,
No coffee before I play.
just a little whiskey for breakfast.
Well, we're coming to the end of our show, and we're so grateful that you all came. It's always wonderful to be here. We want to dedicate this song, "The Parting Glass," to David Garden, who passed recently, and boy, he was a fixture here. So we miss him, but anyway, this is for David.
Of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, the memory now I can't recall. So filled to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I've known, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts that e'er I've known, they wish me one more day to stay. But if it falls unto our lot that I should rise and you might not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you First we met, complete awkward strangers. We didn't know if we could be friends, but now we come for to know each other, and now we know we will meet again. So here's to you and our time together. We'll share with you a parting glass. We'll bid adieu with some smiles and laughter. Our time apart will be short and fast. We've talked of dreams and of new tomorrow, of yesterday, and it's dark to stare. We've had our share